Hi, and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today it's 70 degrees outside, but this is the last 70-degree day that we're going to have probably until spring, because I tell you what, tonight the temperature's projected to get down to about, I don't know, 24 degrees. So it's going to be freezing. But if you remember last week, we put a couple of frames of bees in with that queen, and it looks to me like that queen may have been killed. It looks like they're being actively robbed out right now. So that's my guess. And the reason I say that is because, yeah, there's a lot of flies on the landing board, and generally that's not something that's allowed. Oh, goodness. Oh.
Hey, bug farmers. Welcome to Bug Farmer Beekeeping, where we dive into the world of apiculture, beekeeping, and bees every week. This is the place to share laughs, explore bees, and learn together, all without taking ourselves too seriously. To join our buzzing community, it's easy and it's free. Just hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and let's cultivate beekeeping knowledge and fun together. Now, let's get into the bees.
Holy cow. All right. Let's finish welcoming you to this video. Anyway, so like I was saying, we do have to get the buckets of sugar syrup off, but last week, this hive, I'm not going to get so close. I put a veil on. Last week, we put a frame or two of bees, nurse bees, in this hive with a small contingent of their own bees and a queen. And it looks to me like the queen's been killed and they're just robbing this thing out. We're going to find out for sure. But like I was saying, right before the bees started getting me, is that the flies on the front of the hive, that kind of gives it away. These girls are getting robbed out. It is what it is, but we're going to double check and remove these sugar syrup buckets, and that's going to be it. We're going to pray that we've got everything correct, because right now it's 70 degrees. Tonight it's going to be 24. Everything's going to be frozen. All right, I'm fully armored up, and the bees can't get me now. I tell you what, I walk down here to do the opening. I did it on my iPhone, and I'm walking around, no veil, no nothing, and all of a sudden the bees trying to get in my hair. I had to haul butt, go back up into the shop, and I did avoid the bee. I did not get stung, but I had to come down here fully protected, even though this is the only hive that shows any activity on it, and that's what makes me wonder. I think these girls are being robbed out. I don't think that the queen survived. Remember, we had a small cluster of bees about the size of a baseball in here last week, and I had a queen in there, so I took some brood and some nurse bees from that hive and just threw them directly in here and hoped that they weren't going to attack the queen. They probably did, and now this hive is probably being robbed out, so there's probably nothing here. But if there is, I did bring some foam that I can use to kind of turn this into like a 3-frame nuke or something like that, so that they survive the 24-degree night. But if there's no one in there to survive, there's just not going to be anybody in there to survive. This may be the quickest bug farmer video ever made. This might even rival one of my shorts. I hope not. I hope we find something in here worth looking at, but we may not. And so we're just going to talk a little bit before we get in there. Anybody who watched last week's video and stayed all the way to the end, we did a lot of talking about the movie The Shining. Now, I don't know. I mean, some people don't stay to the end and they miss out on the good stuff, and generally I always talk about a lot of neat things near the end of the video, but this week the end is probably right here at the beginning. So let's just let's have a look. Let's go in and see if this is a robbing situation or not. I'm crossing my fingers. I hope it's not. I hope there's a queen in there. Let's have a look. Oh, I see a hive beetle and bees running out of the top. That tells me they're being robbed out. I am guessing that there's absolutely no queen in here. This hive's getting just robbed. It is getting robbed. These are robber bees. Look at this. See them all taken off? Yeah, they're bailing. They're saying, hey, this isn't my hive. We're busted. We are busted. Oh, yeah. Oh, and hive beetle galore. We'll throw the hive beetles right out there. Let them stay the night outside. This is the worst. Well, I was gonna say a bad word.
Bang, bang. There we go.
Oh, fudge.
Fudge. We'll talk about Christmas Story this video instead of talking about The Shining. Halloween is past, and now we're heading into the Christmas season, so we'll talk about, oh yeah, these girls are just robbing this out. They're tearing the caps off. I'm sure the queen is toast. I am positive the queen is toast. Yeah, I should probably just leave the lid off of this hive and let all the bees from the entire apiary just come on in here, get a last ditch pile of food. Oh, there's the hive beetles, son of a gun. A last ditch pile of food before the cold weather comes in. We have no queen in here. Oh, this is just the worst. Well, I kind of knew that it was going to happen. I knew that there was no one here to defend last week. They were doing the best they could, but the bees that I put in here, that was it. Game over. Game over. Yeah, there's hive beetles down around the bottom. The question is, let's see if we can find the queen's body. Might as well kill whatever hive beetles I can. Here goes a roach. These are just the worst. Tell you what, I hate hive beetles. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan of the hive beetle, fellas. Oh, the worst. All right. Well, the beetles that are in here, they're going to freeze tonight. We'll let them stay in here. I don't want to chase them out of the hive. There's nothing going on. I mean, there's nothing happening here. This is the worst. There's a lot of food to be consumed by this, by the bees robbing this thing out. That's pretty much an empty frame. I'll freeze that one. I'm only going to leave frames in here that have honey on them. Like that one. That has a little bit left on it. This has a little bit left on it. And see, that's what's so surprising about this hive. This hive was as far as food and resources go, it was in pretty good shape. I guess the queen, who was in the box, she must have been just kind of a dud. She just wasn't laying. She wasn't laying enough bees to keep the hive full going into winter, because they had everything they needed. They had the food. They had brood last time I was in them, but you know, well, the second to the last time. The last time I was in them, there was nothing. So there you go. No queen hiding up there. A couple of hive beetles. I'm just going to leave this lid off. Well, you know what? I'm not going to leave it off. I'm going to leave it open. This way, I guess all the bees can just kind of get in there, and I'll come out later on and shut it up. I'm so sad. All right, is there anything else we can do? That's about it. All right, fellas and fellettes, that's the end of the video. It's a short one. There wasn't a lot to do this week. I mean, it's been rainy and cruddy all week long, and then tonight it's going to get to 24 degrees. There wasn't much left to do other than take some buckets off and look at that one hive. And I kind of knew when I walked down here this morning that hive was just being robbed out. There was no queen left in it. But I was prepared to deal with it even if it did have a queen. We were ready to turn that thing into like a 3-frame nuke inside of an 8-frame box. So there you go. There you have it. Now, I want to take this opportunity before I say goodbye, because this is such a short video, to kind of give you a channel update. Let you know what's going on with the channel, the bee yard, the bee yards, the bee business. Let you know what's going on, because I have a lot of things that are going to be happening. Next year is going to be much different than this year in more ways than just one. As far as the bees go, we are going to be opening up 2 new bee yards. But before we do that, we are going to drop probably 20 packages in the Honey Creek yard, bring that one back to life first thing. We may drop 30 packages next year, because I may just drop packages in the other bee yard, the 8-frame bee yard. I'm going to have 10 hives over to another property on the other end of the county. So that will get those going. And then I'm probably going to populate the new 10-frame 20 hive bee yard with splits. So we have that new bee yard coming up. It's going to have 20 10-frame hives in it. So we're probably going to do splits to generate the bees for that one. And if the homeowner that is letting me use that property is watching, I want to say thank you. I will provide you. You don't have to worry about honey anymore. You need honey, you come see me. Your honey's on. It's gratis. It's on the house. You get free honey from now on. And then at the end of every harvest, you're going to get a 5-gallon bucket all to yourself. So there you go. There you have it. Anyway, so that's it. So we had to go into summer next year with about 90 colonies, which is we had like 79 this year, but we lost a lot of bees. I tell you what, with all the rain, we had like a stint with just a lot of rain, and all the ants came up out of the ground, and they went into the colonies and decimated a lot of hives. And then because the ground was wet, the hive beetles, right before hive beetle season started, the hive beetles started pupating, and they came out and they attacked the rest of the hives. There was a lot going on for me this year, and maybe I didn't give the Honey Creek yard or even this yard as much attention as I should have, because I lost a lot of bees. But hey, everybody's allowed to have a bad season. I had one. I'm sure you've had one before. Previously, we never lose anybody in the summer. This year we lost a lot of hives in the summer, and I hope that everything that we have now will make it through the winter, and I think they will. I feel pretty good about the farmyard. They're in great shape. I feel pretty doggone good about the bees that are left in this yard. I think they're going to make it through winter, and they will provide nice stock to split the rest of the hive. So there you go. There you have it. That's it with the bees. Now there's some other stuff going on. As far as my shop, I am equipping it with some new things. We're going to be doing some new things on the channel, but not until the spring. I have been upgrading my shop equipment. I have put new blades on my planer. I bought a drum sander. I've got a nice drum sander, which is going to do wonderful work for me. Let me cover the mic, because I tell you what, the wind is just a-blowing. It's that cold front. It's coming. 24 degrees tonight. It's coming. I got a lot of firewood too, which is fantastic. Had a fellow drop off several truckloads of firewood for me, so I've got it stacked and ready to go. I'm going to be burning fires pretty much every day next week. It's going to be awesome. I love burning fires. And you folks up north are going to get some snow. That's going to be, talk to Brian at Castle Hives. I told him, hey man, you're going to get some lake effect snow. It's coming. But he assured me that by the next day it's going to be 50 degrees and melted. We'll see about that, buddy. We'll see. I don't know. This might be the beginning. Anyways, I hope you can still hear me with this wind blowing. But back to the shop upgrade. So we've got the planer taken care of. I did get a new drum sander, which is going to handle nice wide boards. That's in great shape. And I did manage to score a new table saw. Well, it's new to me. It's used. My son, my brother, and I, we jumped in the old Subaru, hooked up a trailer, drove to Nashville, Tennessee yesterday. We left at 6 a.m. Didn't get back till 6 p.m. But when we got back, we had a nice cabinet saw sitting on the trailer, and I got that thing unloaded and put in the garage last night. And first thing this morning, I was up. It was like Christmas morning. I was putting that thing together in my shop, and it's set up and ready to go now. I've been doing some tuning on it and making sure that I can get a nice 90 on it. That the fence is square, the fence is straight, the blade is straight, everything's great. And I tell you this, I'm going to give a shout out. If you are in the I guess Nashville or Memphis area, anywhere in Tennessee, I guess, I'm going to give you the web page. I'll put a QR code on the screen of a woodworker there that does cabinetry and built-ins and furniture. The guy does a lot of stuff, and he does good work. And the only reason I'm telling you this is I met him yesterday, and he's a heck of a nice guy. I mean, a heck of a nice guy, and he's honest. And I tell you what, it's tough. It's tough to find honest contractors. Now, if you're a contractor, I'm not trying to say that you're dishonest. I'm just saying that when you are trying to get something done that's outside of the scope of something that you know about, it's hard to find somebody that's going to be square with you and honest and fair and do a nice job when you really don't know the questions to ask. Well, I tell you what, the gentleman who I bought this table saw off of, he's a cabinet builder, and he does great work. But I tell you what, when I went there, he told me everything that had ever been wrong with that saw, every issue that he'd ever had. He told me about it up front. Hey, this is what it is that you're buying. He was just right above board with everything that he's fixed, everything that had been broken, every trouble that he had with it, why he was getting rid of it. So I knew exactly what it was that I was buying. And I tell you what, it is hard to find people these days that have that type of character. So I feel comfortable saying that if you need some cabinet work done, or some built-ins put in your house, or some furniture built, this fella can do it for you, and he's going to be fair with you, and he's an honest broker. So there you go. Anyways, new table saw, new to me anyways. It's wonderful. I got it back to the house, got it set up. Everything's trued up. It's tuned. It's nice. I plugged it into my shop vac dust collection system, and it did a fantastic job. I'm very, very happy to have it. Also, I have another piece of equipment showing up probably middle of December. I'm not going to say what it is, because if I say what it is, it's going to give some stuff away. So I'm not going to say what it is, but I pulled the trigger on it. It's a nice piece of equipment, and I'm going to have that in the middle of December, and then hopefully in the spring we're going to add some other functionality, other things for you to look at when you tune into the Bug Farmer channel. We're going to do bees and something else. We're going to do them both in such a way that I hope you'll enjoy it and have fun. So with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a minute, hit the subscribe button. Most of our videos are mostly about bees. This one was a short video. It's the end of the season. Not a lot I can do. But if you stopped in here before and you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. That keeps me motivated to keep making videos for you, and that helps out the channel and it helps me out, so I really, really appreciate it. So hit subscribe, ring the bell, of course, to be notified every time I make a new video, which is easy to know because I do it every Friday. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, you have a new video to watch and you get to share along in my adventures. So there you go, there you have it. With all of that said, be happy. You folks up north, stay warm, enjoy the snow, just look at it, enjoy it, you're gonna like it. And I'm going to have cold weather, I'm just gonna be freezing, but I will have a fire in the fireplace. So with all that said, be happy. I'll see you next week. Take care.